Yo, what is up, boys and girls? The Mirko. Welcome to another match analysis. You guys have requested this over the course of the MPL ID, MPL Philippines week. You guys have been spamming me to go and watch ONIC Philippines versus Twisted Minds. So I skimmed over game 1, game 2. Kalea was a central point in like both of the wins, I would say. Like Kalea is just so prio. First pick for ONIC Philippines in game 1, first pick for Twisted Minds in game 2. So I gotta ask a question before we start doing this match analysis. What's up with Kalea and Indonesia? We are not seeing a lot of Kalea in Indonesia. I was analyzing and casting for MPL ID this week, and every time in the drafts, I would call out Kalea. I'd be like, yo, this is a good time to pick up the Kalea. And teams would just never go Kalea. The only team that went Kalea was Dewa United. I think this week, it was only Dewa United. And they won. Once. They lost the second. I think they actually lost the... But they were winning up until they made crucial mistakes. So it wasn't really the Kalea's fault. It was technically the Kalea's fault, but not the hero, the user, Moeza. All right. Why is that? Why is Kalea not meta in Indo? And why is it so meta in the Philippines? I think it's because in the Philippines, games are much slower. So pick off heroes like Kalea get so much more value because everybody's kind of like trying to farm out. And Kalea is very good at punishing that slow gameplay. In Indonesia, we're just so brawl heavy. So whenever a Kalea ults, everybody goes in, which means it becomes a 50-50 more than like an instant pick off that gets a lot of value. Still though, I have to side with the Philippines on this one, Filipino teams, because Kalea is a good pick. In my opinion, I love Kalea. I love Kalea. All right, so let's get into match analysis. Game number 3, Kalea gets banned out, obviously, after seeing Kalea first pick 2 times in a row. So Lancelot, okay. So far, now this is very Indo now. Like, as a... I forgot game 2. Did they play Akai game 2? They did. No. Oh yeah, they did. Forgot when did they pick the Kalea? Oh, sorry, the Akai. It was towards the end. Damn, picking up the Akai instantly here. Huh. 100% win rate, but why Akai so early? Why here though? You know, is Akai really in the meta right now? What's going on?
I'm a big plate armor fan against Kimi. Guys, I'm a big fan of a
Let's see, ONIC Philippines. The heck? Probably gonna go Farsa against the Kimi. It's pretty good. Against Akai, it's actually really solid. And the Lancelot should be good against the Akai too. But this is definitely gonna set up for like an Arlet pick here. You're setting up for Arlet.
Be able to do something, not get insta-killed as an XP laner with an Akai.
Sure.
Or, you know, going to your
Farsa. Harith. Lapu Lapu. They know the Arlet's gonna be coming here, so they go for the Lapu Lapu anti-CC. Solid stuff. Arlet does come in. The combo is there for Twisted Minds. I wonder why ONIC Philippines just didn't, you know, pick up the Arlet themselves. Maybe is Kirk still not comfortable on Arlet?
That's a 6-man lineup.
But yeah, they instead just tried to counter the Arlet before it even showed up. Why is Lapu a counter? It's not really a counter. It's just an okay matchup. So if you're good on Lapu Lapu, you should be able to do quite a bit on it. Why? Anti-CC. Pop the ultimate. Second part of the ultimate is anti-CC. So in the team fight against Akai and Arlet, you should be able to push in to the back line. Granger gets taken away. The Phobius. Wow. Reading into like a possible Arlet roam. Interesting. Not too far-fetched because they've already picked up Lapu Lapu. This is indeed flex. I am not a fan of Arlet roam, but especially when they already have an Akai, I personally would not go for that just because... Wow, they go 2 XP bans, dude.
5 XP ban. What the heck?
5 XP ban? Well, except for the Baksha, I guess. This is jungle more, jungle roam. Don't think we've seen a single XP Baksha in MPL ID, but maybe it is in MPL Philippines. Wow. Harith. Super magic heavy here. Yeah, Arlet does physical damage. In the early game, he should be able to carry his own weight and like deal enough physical damage to be a threat to ONIC Philippines. But yeah, Bruno and Granger ban. This is probably going to be a Moskov or a Claude. I'm leaning more towards the Moskov over the Claude. Claude's going to struggle here against that Kai. So yeah, I think the Moskov gets... That's the Moskov. Ah, they take the Hylos away. Yeah, good response. Yeah.
What Twist could do is get the Mathilda.
Yes.
Mathilda. Midnight.
This will be very good.
Pretty good call on the Mathilda here. The Mathilda would actually be pretty solid.
Yeah, I would love the Gatot hero.
Yeah.
Gatot, also a good shout.
Yeah.
Gatot's really good. Like against Lapu, Lancelot, Moskov, you get a lot of value. Only the Farsa will really be a problem for the Gatot. Thing is, they're very light on magic damage. If they get to late game, they're gonna be good here.
The safe pick. The safe choice.
I think we see this a lot in MPL ID too. You know, a lot of people hating on full magic damage picks. And yes, especially in MPL ID when it's super brawly, the full magic damage picks are just really just outright bad because everybody just plays in a way where they get team fight, right? But in the Philippines or just slower tempo regions, these two picks can be good, especially when you already have a layer of physical damage. Like this guy isn't going to be able to be the main guy in the late game for physical damage, but you really don't need any more than these two in the late game, even though they're both magic. Because the problem with magic defense now in the meta is we don't really have a lot of good magic defense items. Most of the magic defense items are like Radiant Armor is pretty solid. That's it, right? And then Oracle for the heals. But in this case, you're not really going to get a lot of value from your own heals, right? So, yeah. Athena. These three are pretty mid. The only one being pretty good is like the Radiant, but it doesn't really deal with these guys when they get pen. Once they get Divine Glaive, it's done. Like, it doesn't matter what magic defense item you have. It'll go through. So, yeah. We'll see how this plays out because this is a pure team fighting comp that Twisted Minds have gone for. ONIC Philippines definitely have more layers to play with here. They have split push, they have good poke, maybe pickoff isn't on the board, but they have really good team fight too. So that makes it 3. And Twisted Minds are going to struggle heavily in the late game to deal with ONIC Philippines macro if they play the side lanes. Interesting. So lineup rating actually favors right side because the damage potential, late game potential, okay. Early to mid, it is ONIC. Everything. Okay, so the late game potential skewed the stats over to Twisted Minds. Okay.
So it's okay.
Wow. No purifies for ONIC. Is going full flicker. Classic ONIC Philippines move. There's no reason for you to go purify, to be fair. So much rather I would have a flicker. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, boys. Why did you guys tell me to watch this? Because I watched game 1, game 2. It was 13 minutes, 11 minutes.
It's been an interesting match so far, ladies and gents. I know you agree.
Let's see.
We might see ONIC go a little crazy this time around, or less crazy this time around.
I think it's gonna be
If I had to choose from both these drafts, I would actually choose ONIC Philippines draft.
At Turtle 2 and Turtle 3.
Yeah.
And then who gets a better start at the fight at Lord 1. So I'm looking at those very specific sequences. Turtle 1 can be a throwaway. If Turtle 1 ends up becoming like the reason why
Hylos, man. Such a good mid-prio hero.
Something went terribly wrong. So you're looking at Turtle 2 onwards up to Lord 1, and then from there,
Bargain
this could
Hunter,
be finished before Lord
agility,
3.
weakness finder. Okay.
I think
Nothing too crazy here. Everything's pretty
put this
normal.
Match in one sentence. If ONIC gets 2 turtles, that's it. Because they're playing, they're gonna play the farm game.
Yeah.
And if they
Midnight.
take this to late
Yes.
game to win the matchups that they
ONIC,
have,
if they win 2 turtles or if they get like a 2,000 gold lead by Turtle 2, either one. You can also give Turtle to Twisted, like say Twisted Minds get the steal, but if they lose out and give a 2,000 gold lead, it should be ONIC win. But I know the result, obviously, so this is probably going to be a late game comeback for Twisted or something.
Yeah, this game is not as free as game number 2 for the Kimi, just because, you know, Farsa exists in this one.
And the Hylos.
And the Hylos. He's gonna hunt you down.
And the Lapu.
So, Sean's gonna have to
Rush
dodge
instantly,
out a
no
lot of
boots.
things.
Great rotation mid. We didn't get to see the items fully, but instant no boots for Kirk into damage. War Axe.
Still be healthy though.
He's a panda. He can take
Nice. By the Horror.
Pandas are very resilient.
We are.
Okay.
We very
Oh, Kirk got that. Wow, that's a lot of value, dude. Gets level 4 without even taking mid-wave.
Panda's mouth.
Prince is going to be able to zone Lansu away.
You're welcome.
They need to play for mid-prio still. They will play for it.
XP lane.
All right. right?
Yeah, good zoning
And they're
there.
ready for the turtle fight, so that's good.
Yeah.
Great play so far, man. Ooh, good taunt. That actually plays a whole lot. Yeah, mistake by ONIC. Good move by Kaloy, though. That should have been... Sion, what the fuck? Holy shit, final slash coming out. Oh, well played, dude. Uh-oh. That's what happened. ONIC Philippines fumbled the early game.
Wait, no. They're slowing things down. They're waiting
No.
for it. SOD
No,
hits
no
the
way.
turtle in the tail.
Somebody called
Okay,
it.
now we have a game. Should really be free for ONIC Philippines before that. Interesting move by Kelra. They're actually walking up to Noja by blinking forward.
Kelra is a bit too busy not dying to Noja at this point. And,
On the Moskov guys, you never want to blink forward. I think like there was a sense of urgency for Kelra. He was like, oh shit, we lost the early game where we shouldn't have, so I need to try to make a play. And then he ended up making a mistake. You never skill one forward against the Harith guys. You want to... Well, unless you already use a skill 1. If you already use a skill 1, sure, you can skill 1 forward and use a skill 2 combo to get the trade. But when Harith still has skill 1, you never want to skill 1 forward on Moskov or Claude skill 2 forward. You want to utilize those blinks to outplay skill 1.
For like a whole second, but there was nothing.
That's how the Moskov and Claude's win lane against the Claude against the Harith, by the way. If you guys are wondering, in the gold lane.
Of the turtle pin.
Ooh, aggressive. Wow. Not going to be a kill, though. Sion still holding on to the Flick Brothers pick. Ooh, what a... Dude, Sion is nuts. Was that communicated? Oh, my God. That was beautiful. I think it was communicated. Like, so... Noja was still there in the bottom lane. Look, sees the SOD and probably calls in. That's why Sion's like, all right, I gotta move. Oh, dude, that's beautiful. It is 100% communicated because there's no way you would cancel your recall like that if someone didn't call it. Hey, gotta give him props, dude. Well played, Noja. Nice call. Yeah, midnight. Yeah, I agree. I think Noja called it because there's no way you would recall and stop like that, unless you know he has ridiculous instincts. And I guess so.
Because he was recalling and he stopped it.
But it should be Noja. See, yeah, midnight agrees. W midnight. That's my boy.
To keep this going, they have to make sure that this second turtle, they're able to like transition out of it for the next objective.
And the transition is going to be into Brusco this time. Look at that. They're just going hard on this one. And Sensui,
Didn't get to see the items. Hold up.
this time.
Everything pretty basic right now. It's the Sarlium side build still for Noja.
They're very aware of the advantage they have. Top lane, though, different story.
Lansu, my lord, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh! What? Was that skill 1 flicker? Wait, could you even... Wait, is that even possible? Oh my god, it is. Wow. That's something I've never seen before, guys. I'm sorry. Actually does follow through. Skill 1 flicker. Alright, that's a good move for you guys to go and try, guys. Skill 1 flicker.
This might be dangerous for him, but Kirk doesn't have an
That would have guaranteed... Well, he already guaranteed turtle. Dude, first 2 turtles went to Twisted because they outplayed ONIC. Wow. Again, ONIC Philippines, like I think we were talking about them last time around, right? Like when we reviewed their game. What ONIC Philippines love to do is having control over the river. River control is the #1 thing that they want to take control of in the game right now, right? So what does river control mean? It means getting prio over these lanes for the most part. They want to get winning side laners, and then they want to push in forward to get prio so that they can rotate around with the river. How they rotate around the river is crucial, though. When a neutral objective spawns bot, they will be playing up top in their jungle. Why? Because they want to utilize the movement here around. So they want to get a win up top into then a free turtle. They want to... It doesn't have to be like a big win, like a pickoff. It could just be a zone on Arlet and then a free turtle after, right? Because they will have a man advantage. So it's that ONIC Philippines have been abusing for quite a while now. M6, it was the most evident how they were able to control every single neutral objective through fast pathing, fast rotation around the map, through mid control and through river control. Here, a lot of teams have already kind of read into that, and in this particular case, they've read into the move of ONIC Philippines by rushing the turtle despite having a composition that does better in the late game compared to the early to mid, but also Lansu just outplayed the fuck out of ONIC Philippines' duo up top. So really good stuff by Twisted.
He probably thought the lance was there. Nausea though.
You have all the river control, but remember, like, it's not always black and white like that. It's not always going to be like the best choice to go for the path like that. Like neutral objective bot, you go top. It's actually a risky move, but ONIC Philippines have always been able to pull it off because they've always been mechanically better, superior compared to their opponents. Here they find a match that... Oh, they find a match.
But I'm pretty sure they're starting to gear up now that the
Pretty cool.
shields are down. They can start
Really good by
pushing.
Twisted.
2 team fights.
Shout out to Coach Bon, probably. Or maybe shout out to the players because they probably have scrimmed against ONIC Philippines before, right? This is 9 lives plus MP, plus Sensui.
If one of these teams lost Turtle 1, something went terribly wrong. King Kong, too dangerous there. If Kaloy got that unbreakable stun on him.
He was charging it, but the dash was enough to like make sure the distance was there and the gap was not close for Kaloy to reach the lance. But then again, you see Twisted now they're moving around as 4 members. Keldra being a very
They're already starting to give King Kong
positioning, but he doesn't know Sensui's here.
the golden XP in waves, in lanes here. They're actually rotating Kirk to play with the team.
Oh yeah.
And again, this was a really good strat back in the day, but now I think it's a bit too...
People are asking, where's MPL? Why bring Sensui in? Sensui was...
Oh no, it's not balanced for me.
Why bring this guy in, referring to himself?
Yeah.
Why me?
This is a playstyle that you would get a lot of value with when you have an XP that's like enabler.
That's true.
There you go.
Like a Hylos, a Gatot Kacha, say, right? But when you're on a Lapu Lapu that kind of needs damage and kind of needs to also find your own, like, you look for gold, it gets really tough. Wow, Noja almost getting a kill. King Kong gets away too. Noja! Oh my god, bro. Wow, good move by Noja.
Let me just say, Twisted Minds.
Oh my lord.
Have a way of shutting down the monster mage.
It's crazy.
They do. Oh my lord. Wait, we gotta go back there.
Could be a big sandwich play though.
Feather airstrike comes in. Noja decides to walk up, dude. Well played, Noja. The decision making of this rookie is solid as fuck. The targeting too, right? Like, again, ONIC Philippines have gone away with this a lot. With their aggression, they have utilized aggression to form a proper front to back in multiple instances in their prime, and currently I think they're still playing with it again. And I don't know if this is Twisted Minds just making the improvisational decision, or if they have actually already planned this in training. Maybe Bon Chan have told them, yo, this is how ONIC Philippines play. They always go in. You want to look for the backline, all right? You want to go backline for backline, ban for ban on that. Because, yeah, it was just really solid by Noja here. ONIC Philippines weren't able to create the front to back safe with the aggression that they usually have. That's why they always, in the past, also go for like super vulnerable picks on Super Friends, like the Farsas, the Kimmies. But he always does well with it, despite them not having like a pure front to back that just defends them. Why? Because their aggression usually trumps the enemy's dive.
More than enough. Nausea zoning out Super Friends.
Well played. God fucking damn, Noja. Well played, Noja. 3 turtles against this comp. I would have never expected 3 turtles. Especially the first 2. Like the first 2, I agree with Midnight. Midnight was saying as well, right? Like Turtle 1, Turtle 2 should actually be for ONIC Philippines. Ooh, King Kong. Oh my god, he gets away. Noja! Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Way too aggressive. Didn't go for the turret. The turret. Oh my god, the minis got cleared out. They do have a lead, and they do want to look for a fight with a lead. But man, this was way too deep, guys. Oh my god, what a perfect fucking team fight for ONIC Philippines, dude. Wow. Dude, wow. But if we have to go back to what we said about the early game, Twisted Minds really just needed to survive the early game. The fact that, again, this happened and they are not behind is great. Remember, for ONIC Philippines, they need to be 2,000 gold ahead by Turtle 2 to guarantee the win. Right now, conditions have not been met. And that's why Twisted Minds, even though they made a mistake, they can still live with it. They can be like, all right, we'll reset, we'll give a few turrets back, but we don't need to panic because we do have really good late game, especially when the team fights. Well played, though, for ONIC. The way they play the fight.
Twisted has Twisted Mind has it.
Oh,
Prince
they literally
now
just outplayed
he's
Twisted
feeling
Minds.
it.
But Twisted Minds also made a mistake. They went a bit too aggressive. They did have a lead, so makes sense why they would want to fight.
It's crazy, man. That could have been a wipeout. And that
So
could
they
have been
didn't
so much
probably
worse,
didn't
but
expect
you know
all
what?
that
You're
to happen. You know,
absolutely
Kirk getting a
right.
two-man stun, Feather Airstrike getting it
Played
perfect.
to a T here.
Yeah, the SOD was very crucial. Even though Lansu
King Kong survived was a real bait here. Because Noja got forced in and everybody kind of had to follow the call.
The SOD, the first hit 3 heroes.
Good shit. Really good stuff.
From Kelra, and then he just delivered the finishing blow to take down Nausea.
Yeah, it's also crazy that Super Prince was able to go back into that sequence. That was coming from off the fact that he almost fell to Nausea in the mid. He was forced to flicker on.
Almost 3-item power spike for Kelra.
Wait for me, guys.
Wow.
I'll still be able to join you.
Still really like quick, dude. He got 1 kill and 1 assist to that fight, but getting this at 9 minutes is really quick considering how the game has been really dominated by Twisted Minds. Great farm. What a farmer.
Twisted Minds' feet in this game number 3.
That was actually a perfect time to also just cast that Feather.
Again, good rotation by Twisted Minds, rotating up top, clearing it out, setting up for the neutral objective again. We'll get a turret. Kelra has to play safe because no one was seen on the map, and now he finally shows up.
They saw King Kong. He crossed over to
They've seen
Lansu.
everybody, so Kelra can now walk forward, look for the push. Twisted Minds just want to go for the decisive move here. They have an Akai and an Arlet, so they should have an advantage in retry battles, despite King Kong being on a Lance.
Unbreakable. That should be a good sign that the Lancelot should be able to go in. Lansu, good angle.
Kirk's going in. Sensui is low. Pops the ultimate. Well played. Noja's in the back line. Sensui gets away. Sion's able to kite away. Kirk, AOG! Kaloi's dead. SOD. Oh my lord. Sion! Wow, Kelra. Fucking hell. Oh my lord. Well played. Okay. So, if you guys are wondering, again, because I saw a comment actually in the post that I made, in the community post, when I asked, you know, about which match I should review. Most of you guys said Twisted Minds versus ONIC Philippines. Someone in the comment section said, no, don't do ONIC Philippines versus Twisted Minds because this is like a blunder game or something like that. And okay, I can see how you would usually think in this position, it's a blunder, right? Why would you force Lord in this position? Why would you give it out to ONIC Philippines? Or why would you try to 50-50 it when clearly ONIC Philippines have the side lane pressure? Not all games can be played with full discipline, guys. Because if Twisted Minds played with full discipline all the way from the start, they would have lost this game. That's how ONIC Philippines usually take control over games. They know how good they are, so they constantly take big gambles, high risk, high reward plays. When you get to a certain level of competitive MLBB, you can't be playing with full discipline. Is discipline really good? Yes, you need it, especially when you're in the lead. But to get the lead initially, or to be able to beat a team like this, like ONIC Philippines, you need to sometimes take some risky gambles. So let's go back to why Twisted Minds actually went for this. Firstly, again, for all the way from the drafts, remember what we said about ONIC Philippines. What I said about ONIC Philippines, guys. ONIC Philippines have a much better way to play different styles of MLBB in this game. Can they team fight? Yes. Can they poke with the Farsa? Yes. Can they also split push? Yes. Twisted Minds, on the other hand, only have one thing going for themselves. Team fight. That's all. And this team fight usually is going to just be used for neutral objective contests, right? So it's purely built for a neutral objective contest. It's purely built for a late game team fight and not really built for Lord dances. The way they play Lord dances is they have to commit. And that's why here, they try to set up a slow push, but obviously Kelra walks up. And by that time, Twisted Minds had already grouped up. Why can't they send anyone up top? Because Kelra would beat them in a 1v1 at this point of the game with 3 items. That's one. Number 2, Kelra can also just avoid the team fight, force Twisted Minds to play a 4v4, and that would actually be advantageous to ONIC Philippines. Because for Twisted Minds composition to work, all of them need to be there. They're a pure front to back. They need everybody to be there to protect Sion and Noja, okay? So it's impossible for these guys, any one of them, to rotate up top. That's why they decided to go straight onto the Lord, not giving ONIC Philippines time to react to it. And by this time, Twisted Minds, if they wanted to disengage, it would be now. This is the only time they have in the window to disengage. If they disengage when the Lord is here and the wave is here, after Kelra has pushed it, that would be wrong. Anytime after here would be a wrong disengage for them. So it ends up being what? Being them having to force it. They're like, all right, if we don't do this, again, why this is a forced error and why they can't disengage from this is because they saw Kelra up top. They saw a whole wave coming in with Kelra. If they disengage here, Kelra would just stay. And then Twisted Minds would send someone up top. ONIC Philippines would take control, get positions over the bush, get free turrets. Twisted Minds walk back up. Kelra walks back up top. And then it'll just continue like that. ONIC will utilize these waves and their split push ability plus poke ability to get mini wins, building frustration, building their small lead to become probably a 2K. By the time Twisted Minds finally go for the Lord because they're desperate, they'll probably lose out because the lead would be too big. So that's why in the end, Twisted Minds had to go for this. This is not a blunder by Twisted Minds. This was more of just ONIC Philippines having the forced error on them. You need to make a decision like this, guys, all right? You need to utilize the strength of your composition. You can't fully just be like, all right, guys, you know, we'll have to play textbook. Wave up top is bad. We got to go back up top and clear it because you're going to lose out. So in the end, that's how they got it, right? That's how they got the Lord. Again, though, luckily for them, Lansu and Sensui are really good at zoning. Arlet's probably the best hero to zone a Lancelot because he can constantly dash in, gap close to the Lancelot, and follow the Lancelot wherever he goes, right? So that's what ends up happening. Plus Sensui's ultimate that constantly gave him free vengeance stacks. But they do end up losing the team fight, which is unfortunate. But again, it wasn't really because they made a mistake. It was ONIC Philippines doing really well with their own composition, playing to their own strengths. It's strength versus strength, basically. Twisted Minds played for the neutral objective. ONIC Philippines played for the split. They ultimately still get the tier 2, but at least they don't lose out on Lord, Twisted Minds. Like, Twisted Minds still have a Lord, right? Which means they can, again, slow down the game by a whole lot to reach their ultimate goal, which is Sion and Noja getting items. So well played by both.
They are in control right now.
There were a lot more blunders in the TL PH match that we analyzed in the previous week. This one, I can't say it's a blunder. Can't say it's a miscalculation even because, again, was there miscalculation? Maybe because SOD landed. But other than that, no. It was a good call.
This is where ONIC is really good at the Lord turns, you know, fighting after the
ONIC Philippines are really good at holding Lords and being very decisive with what they want to do with their advantages in the map. That's what makes them such a strong team to deal with and a very annoying team to deal with. You have to always be decisive. The one moment you're not, you're cooked. And even if you're decisive, it's not guaranteed just because they have such a high mechanic skill ceiling, man.
It seems like at one point you saw that ONIC decided we can give this up. It's fine.
Yeah.
The call was probably to just
nothing too crazy in the itemization department. Again, this is probably what we're going to see. Radiant Armor. Radiant Armor, as I said, right, the best item right now for Magic. But other than that, you don't really have a lot of Magic defense items that can really hold against these guys. The fact that they haven't built any items and they've already done a lot of damage shows you what I said earlier about the drafts, you know? Magic defense isn't entirely all bad, even if you stack up like this. Because all you need is a Divine Glaive. So yeah, see, just to emphasize the point a bit more, sorry for being very repetitive. You see the tier 2s getting taken out like this, right? It would have happened anyways for Twisted Minds, even if they didn't go for that Lord fight. Well, how? From Kelra split pushing constantly, from him building slow pushes where Twisted Minds have to group, ONIC Philippines can actually split and build these slow pushes. So these turrets would have fallen either way. Twisted needed to get some value out of that losing position, out of that forced error, which they did. Would it have been like a GG? Maybe if they lost all their members, but it's a gamble they needed to take. Or they would just get suffocated to death, and this would probably be like a 6,000 gold lead by this point for ONIC. And then free Lords because they have the Prio. So now I'm wondering how Twisted Minds slowed the game even more. Did they get more neutral objectives against ONIC Philippines here, or did they just hold in their base? Because at this point, I would personally hold in my base if I was Twisted Minds. It was was great all this time. They were able to make some really good calls. But now, because they have only just like base turrets, they're not going to lose too much from just leaving Lord open. They just need to keep the base turret from the far lane safe. That's it. But they're actually still holding onto positions. They're still trying to contest neutral objective. Good poke, man. Wow.
No one has Purify on ONIC. I love that you
No one is Purify on Twisted either. Kelra with the push. Again, okay, Twisted want to go for it. Again, why? They need to make the decisive choice, guys. All right, there's no way to repeat my point again. Kelra's already up top. They need to fight. They need to go for this. Really good. The composure, man. It'll be a turret. SOD. Well played. This is all Twisted Minds can do. This is all Twisted Minds can do. Either they do what I said earlier, which is play safe, give the Lord over, but possibly lose 2 base turrets, or defend. You know, both of those are possible. Or they go for the Lord, slow the game down by a bit more, but lose out on some of the members and a base turret. That ends up being what they chose. But they get the Lord, which means the defense will be much easier. And they also understand that for ONIC Philippines, a lot of their siege capabilities comes from Super Friends having ultimate, so if they're able to bait those out a couple of times, it should be good. And again, here, look, Lord's still there. They look for the fight. Great final slash! Oh, man. Well played, Lansu. Yo, Twisted Minds. These ONIC 9 Lives kids are insane, dude. Like, how... Have we ever seen a rookie MPL Philippines team do this well? Because Monsters Anarchy did pretty bad, right? Like they were alright. They were mid. Who else? Who else got promoted, guys? Lazy Esports for AP Bren. Again, pretty bad first season. A lot of potential, but first season. Oh, there you go, Divine Glaive, guys. But yeah, this is the only one, right? The only rookie team that suddenly pops off of recent years. Oh my god! Wow. You see that? See that damage, guys? Yeah, Divine Glaive, guys. All right. Late game Harrod, late game. It doesn't matter if Noja goes 1 and 9, dude. As long as he gets his items late game, he'll be as useful as, more useful than any marksman right now. Any? Maybe Moscow gets a bit more value because of the side lane control, but in team fights, this guy. Man, I love it. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about every single time I watch an... When I'm complaining in MPO Indonesia as an analyst especially, guys, this is what I'm talking about, right? Understanding the strengths of your composition so much that you can actually force out, and instead of it being just like random blunders and random forced errors, it's, all right, enemy got forced error, now we got to pull out our own forced error, we got to play with our own strengths. The adaptation in-game, mid-game as well to make these decisions, man. Sounds like I'm glazing MPL Philippines, honestly, but...
Yeah, King Kong though. Pushing in the middle lane.
It's valid.
Does he know? Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't. No.
Still, Bigatron best team in the world, though. Okay. None of your teams can compete. Bigatron undefeated MSC, all right? Never lost in M series. Exactly. Boom.
King Kong are going to be playing the map, and I like how you see how Kirk and Super Friends are actually playing around the bottom side of the river to help out King Kong's rotation.
Man, I really wish Bigatron can play like this. Hopefully they can get there, right? Because mechanically, they're on point, dude. Bigatron really good mechanically. Bam and air pound. My hopes of macro.
Considering the fact that Kelra starts from the mid. Yeah. He's still going to go back, though, but it might give Twisted Mind some opening, especially with the Arlot having that flicker again in 20 seconds time.
Yeah. ONIC usually very good at the late game map control.
Watching these games really opens your mind, dude.
Just knows how
to
make sure the waves are managed.
What you should be expecting from an MLBB game.
Exactly what's happening.
Peak MLBB game, not just any MLBB game. Again, Kelra on the side, and Twisted Mind's just always, dude, you gotta give him props. This is for sure a Bonchan maneuver, dude. Bonchan always does this with Blacklist too. The way they play the Lord Dance is they're just so decisive. When they know they don't have side control, they will blitz it. They don't give a fuck, dude. They won't give the opponents any time to build the advantages. Very repetitive because this has happened 3 times now. But that's really all there is to it, right? Like, it becomes a retry battle. And, hey, MP the King is still my choice when it comes to the junglers because he is more complete in the meta. But when it comes to pure retry, dude, this guy is your guy. what a move by Bonchan, because I don't think you'll ever give MP this hero, right? What a move by Bonchan to be like, you know what? I know we don't usually play this style, but we gotta adapt now that MP is out, right? I believe he was sick, he couldn't make it. So Sensui had to come in last minute replacement. And I gotta say, man, Sensui, well played. He is a very system player, dude. This guy, I'm sorry for pausing so much, but I want to give my thoughts. This guy is a system player, dude. When the system works, he becomes really good. But clearly, when the system isn't there, he's very mid, you know? There are a lot of players like this, by the way, who just fit the system, but individually aren't really all that. I think I can pull Boots from MPL ID as well as a good example to what I mean by a system player. He's really good for the team. When he has a team that wants to do something, like one thing, which is the system that they have created for this game. So yeah, we got to give him props, because in Malaysia, a lot of people were like, oh, he's a fraud, you know, he's not doing too well. And when he moved to different teams, when he was not with Bonchan. But every time when he's with Bonchan, when the team knows how to play the game, he's always really, really solid, because he's a smart player. He's a very selfless player. Shout out to Sensui, man. Glad to see him finally, you know, get wins again, perform at the highest level again.
You saw Lansu. When he saw the SOD, he was just standing there waiting for Kelra to pop out. That's why ONIC sort of...
So this is the name of the game constantly right now, right? Like ONIC Philippines get the Lord because of their... Oh, sorry, they get the team fight because... And the advantages through the slow push. But slowly but surely, you can see Twisted Minds. In the first Lord, they lost two or three members. Two members. Second Lord, they lost two again. Lord 3, they lost only one. Oh! Sensui. AOG comes in. Oh, Lansu! Oh my goodness. The slow build to the item power spikes, guys. I'm telling you. You have to stay patient and trust the system that your team is built for, okay? We see a lot of players get so impatient usually with their compositions. This is it. This is what I'm talking about, right? Like, yes, if you have a late game composition, you can constantly take trades like that. As long as the trades remain, if it's 2 for 1, like these kind of trades, or 2 for 2 trades, it's always favorable for the losing team. You got to remember that, right? This is quick MOBA maths. You take an even trade or a slightly losing trade, it is a positive for losing teams. It is a negative for winning teams. The winning teams need to get massive value every single team fight. And that's how Twisted Minds have been able to weather the storm so well. This is the blacklist system from M4, from M3, where every time they're behind, they know what to do. This is it right now, but just the modern version of it, because the game has evolved. It's not as, you know, simple, I would say, as the previous M3, M4 blacklist metas. How you lord dance, how you play the map, especially up against opponents like this now. Holy shit, is this it? What? Nah, bro, what the fuck is this guy? Bro. Again, it doesn't matter, right? Like, Kelra is just that good. Prince and Kelra are just that good, dude. Look at how perfectly they played this. Kelra with the spacing, gets pulled back, goes for the turret, dashes away. Skill 2 to cancel Noja. He doesn't have chrono that, bro. He canceled Noja skill 2 here. He couldn't skill 2 anymore. It was on cooldown. Oh, wait, was it on cooldown? No, actually, okay, my bad. He didn't. I thought he did. Oh, he already got the skill 2. But he was displaced and he had no one to hit, I guess. Maybe he locked on Kelra. That's why he kept on moving forward instead of hitting the base. Okay, but holy shit, yeah, Kelra. Skill 2 here too, gets them stunned up, buys a bit more time. Jeez. Luckily, Lansu got that skill 1, dude. Or that could have been real bad.
King Kong is alive in the nick of time. And beautiful effort from Super Prince and Kelra.
Oh, King! What the fuck, bro? Oh my god, that's a blunder right there. Wow, well played, dude. Oh my god. Dude, Lansu is cracked. Oh my god, Lansu. He's so insane, dude. Well, granted, the Kaloi also got him like free stacks, but Lansu's good, dude. So good. I'm glad he finally, you know, stopped playing Uranus. Fuck Uranus.
bottom side.
Oh, man.
Feather there, striking.
Good clear. Very good clear. Back. Why? Just back. Just go. Yeah, good turret. Don't push mid. Nice. Holy shit. Oh my god, they hold it.
Welcome to MPL Philippines.
Every week we get
Wow.
a game like this.
Insane.
Yo, Muntan, I want to cast MPL Philippines.
That was insanity.
At this point,
I want to, dude. I want to play the shit out of this game, bro. Oh my god.
Like this. Amazing
Or
stuff.
you know what? No, we don't need to. We don't need to cast. Muntan, I want to watch party MPL Philippines playoffs in the venue. Come on, make it happen, guys. Come on, I want to do it.
Between these two teams.
I love that. I love that. That's peak Pinoy resilience from ONIC. Right there.
Moscow though on the long lane. They have the advantage.
Bruce with counter attraction pulse. This is bad. Brusco's gonna get
Oh.
caught off. Feather strike is not gonna be enough to cover him, but Brusco eventually gets taken out. King Kong finds Nosha. Thorn Rose. Nosha dodges it. Nosha still alive.
SOD.
He uses the Cyclone Eye. Here comes the SOD. Counter still deciding to split push, but Nosha decides to defend. Counter judge Lanzu with a flick.
All right, we gotta go back all the way here.
Reset Lord.
From ONIC.
So now, notice how ONIC Philippines try their best to hold the Lord at this point. I think all the times this was one of the late adaptations that we see from ONIC Philippines, because usually the ONIC Philippines in the past would adapt much sooner. They finally understood what they need to do in the team fight, and again, it could be just because Twisted Minds are always there super quick, right? So they kind of always barge in. So ONIC Philippines are always late to it, not because they are late to adapt, but maybe because Twisted Minds are just quick with it, right?
there.
But here they finally match the tempo of Twisted Minds as to how Twisted Minds usually brute force the Lord. Brusco
On the
is
long
in
lane,
that position. He's holding
Have
it,
the advantage.
but at this point you can't hold it. Again, this is why I say it's late. Even though it's not really ONIC Philippines' fault, it's still late because this is something they need to improve on if they want to beat Twisted Minds in the future. Why is this late? At this point, you cannot hold. Why? It doesn't matter how many magic defense items you have, you're fucked. There's too much damage output from this side. So when you get caught like this, you are done. And that's why you saw Brusco got eliminated super quickly. Like, look at that. Noisia didn't even need to use ultimate, and he dealt that much damage. He ended up still using ultimate, but that was to chase Super Friends, which he respected instantly. So again, forced error by Twisted Minds. It's like, dude, we're going to go for the Lord. If you walk up a bit too aggressive in the late game, this is the another point to add for Twisted. In the last 3 Lord fights, they could only barge through the Lord. Why? Because they couldn't really, use their resources on a Hylos, on a Lapu Lapu. They still don't want to do that. They want to, as much as possible, just burst the Lord. Here, they can burst the Lord, but if you walk up too aggressively, even these guys aren't safe anymore. You are cooked when we engage. So that's another layer of the forced error that Twisted Minds are utilizing here. So again, forced errors don't need to be just side lanes. The easiest form of forced error would be the side lanes, but then the higher levels would be this, how you can actually force a fight, how you can force an opponent to walk up like this and still get caught, despite it being an okay move by ONIC, an adaptation that would have worked in the first 3 fights for Lord. That's why, again, we have to go back to saying it's late. If he did this Lord 2, maybe it would have been very different for Twisted Minds. They couldn't have hold it. They would have backed away, and the value would have constantly been for ONIC and the forced errors in the side lanes. So yeah, hopefully you understood that. I nerding out. SOD lands. Sion recalls. He takes it. There you go. Good recovery, but holy shit, dude! What a fight, man. Good. Nice one.
Oh my god, Lanzu is breaking the game of ONIC Philippines Kelra. This Moscow, the long lane factor, yes, there is a Moscow on the long lane, but they just have to send somebody back. If he SODs, there's always that final slash.
Yep. Lanzu is my MVP this game so far. Lanzu or Sensui, both are great. Like Sensui's retries as well. Both have been well played. Oh my fucking god, bro. Why no retries? I just said Sensui might be MVP. What the fuck? Did I just mirror curse him online off of a VOD? That's unreal. That's what? It's up. Oh my god, guys. Never think a retry is free in the late game. Just fucking tap it. Never do that, bro, alright? This happens so many times, and it actually has turned games so many times as well. the one time I remember, it was ONIC ID versus TLPH when ONIC ID were dominating early, game 3 in the group stage, and TLPH OHEB got a fucking SOD in. You guys remember that? Dude, never save your red trees, okay, guys? Never save your red trees. Trust me, you would rather lose a purple buff to a Lancelot than your fucking lord to a Moskov, okay? Never fucking do it. Just red tree! No! Holy shit, dude! They played it so... How the fuck did they win? This is Evolve Lord. Oh my god. Hey, W Renmar, the god in the gold lane. Let's go! Holy shit. Dude. Nah, dude.
How many times?
What the fuck? Says red tree! Oh, no way, dude.
Twisted Minds, they had this game.
They did have this game. That was it. That was it. That would have been a winning game. They still win the game, I know, but I know it's 2-1 to Twisted Minds. How the fuck did they do it? They lost all the turrets, right? ONIC Philippines stayed too long in their base or something, and then it turns around. There's no other way, right? Do Twisted Minds have enough damage to clear? They're doing a lot of... Wait. Late game Harith and Kimmy. Wait, that Lord's getting melted. What the fuck? Okay, they defend. Okay, they just defend. They don't make any crazy play. Kaloi! Wow! Saves the immortality. What value? Sensui! Oh my god. Redemption from the red tree. Oh my god. Kimmy Harrod late game, guys, okay? You clear forever. How many Evolve Lords can they hold? I think 2 more Evolve Lords they can do it, dude. Wow. Wow. Wow, dude. Just wow. Wow.
One spear, but all it came down to was one.
Dude, yeah, Lansu slash, sorry, final slash, Sensui. Oh my.
So bad for Twisted, and they hit the reset button.
It's a master. It's a wait. They ended here? They brute force it? Oh, it was from the okay.
Gods are bleeding already. Will they
Why?
here?
Lansu with a flicker and the stun onto King Kong.
Lansu, holy shit, no way.
Lansu builds the immortality. The wave
I thought that was it. It's not it.
It's too damn good. And they
What the fuck? How long does this game go for? Huh?
There's a wave in mid though.
Oh my god, guys. Holy shit. Holy shit. Bro, how do they, what? How long does this game go? Because this is, oh my, this is the blunder from ONIC, right? Oh my god, dude, they try. Oh, what the hell? How did they win this game? What the fuck's going on?
Could be an unforgettable win in their hands.
Yeah, those minions are on the base. They have to clear it.
Look at Super Prince.
Clear it up. Super Prince walking it up on top, trying to get something happening. But that's a no-go here. Twisted do spot it out, but this time it's an ONIC Lord. Or will it be?
They're not even sure.
Never commit to the Lord. ONIC needs to just play the side lane. They have a massive wave up top. Never commit to a fight. This is like an all-in win for ONIC. They just need to hold the Lord here, right? And push in stop. Now, this is a position where Twisted Minds just needs to brute force again. But they're going to be caught in the tough spot because they're going to get hit this time. They're not the ones on it, so they can't force it. It's King Kong who's holding. Yeah, Sion's already up top. How the fuck did Twisted win this, bro? Did Sensui win another red tree? Sion is up top. There's absolutely no way.
Super Prince gets knocked up. Thorndrow's already committed there. Kelra.
Reset. What?
Far.
Why did they reset?
Sean cutting it. Kaloi takes a lot of damage. The taunt onto Super Prince. Super Prince gets taken out, but he gets to flicker.
Why did they reset?
He still survives.
Oh my god.
Heavy spin is not going to be enough. Kirk, the zone out as well. But that's under the Zaman Force. The Feather Dart strike by Super Prince. King Kong gets taken out. Twisted Minds are winning this little by little. Sean with a kill onto Kirk. Brusco gets taken out as well. And Twisted might have finally completed the plot twist.
GG, right? Okay. Oh, man. This is a very long and exhausting game for both teams. And I think the exhaustion got to ONIC, dude. The constant brute forces for Twisted Minds got into their minds. It twisted ONIC's minds, dude. Because I think, again, ONIC Philippines were confused the whole time here. When they saw Sion too, I think at this point, there were 2 good decisions they could have made, right? I think either you blitz the Lord here with the man advantage, or you just fight. Go for it, dude. All in on one of them. Eat them, right? Go for one of them. Because Sion is up top. He won't be able to get in by the time you get one. Then Sion comes, it's fine. Then you reset again, right? The Lord can be reset. That's the best decision, I think, for them. Or you blitz the Lord, and obviously this is going to be 50-50 because you're up against an Akai. You trust in King Kong's Retry versus Hensui's Retry. That might be not an option, and maybe that's why they didn't go for it in the end. But I think if it wasn't this, they really should have gone here. I think it is a slight mistake from ONIC Philippines, but again, it is a very exhausting game. 22 minutes, 23 minutes of constantly getting beat out by Twisted Minds in the Lord battles just because Twisted Minds are really smart with it. So, yeah. Even Midnight, yeah, Midnight and me have the same reaction, dude. Yeah, it looked off, and it is off, but you understand now that you take a step back, you try to look at it again, and you're like, all right, yeah, they've lost every single Retry battle so far. Not a single one has been a win Retry battle. The only time they got Lord was Kelra, who got SOD. So the frustration is there, and King Kong probably wasn't confident enough to be like, all right, guys, let's fucking 50-50 this thing. Because if Twisted Minds get the Lord, it's done. Evolve Lord with this composition, done. There's no way ONIC Philippines could handle this teamfight comp. That's why the teamfight comps now can make a comeback, pure teamfight comps like this in the late game because of the Evolved Lord. With everybody playing with the Evolved Lord after taking it, you get damage reduction. So the damage output of this team, the frontline pressure of this team, plus the damage reduction in all of them, win, guaranteed. So that's what ended up happening. They went for the fight a bit too late because Sion was already there, and again, this composition, Twisted Minds, all the way from the draft, it was built for teamfight. It was built for this moment right here. ONIC Philippines unfortunately got baited into the position that Twisted Minds have been waiting for all this game, and they finally got the game this time. This should be the end. There's no way. If this gets defended, ONIC Philippines needs to get nerfed because there should be no chance that two members get the Lord low enough to defend this, dude. It's a 5-stack. Again, just play with the Lord. If you have a teamfight comp lane, guys, don't go for side lane. You don't need to push in 2 waves. Just go with the Lord. Baits out a few resources. Beautifully done. Lansu walks up. Kelra's still there. GG. Turret lock. Wow. Wow. Bro. Wow. Bro.
They said if gods can bleed,
Bonchan,
gods can fall.
Isan, Twisted, everyone on the team. Extremely well played. Extremely well played.
Banger delivered.
Wow.
Win earned. Name cemented.
Wow.
Twisted with the win.
GG. Wait. All right. I just realized this whole time that my camera was off, bros. Oh my lord. That's crazy. No way. I've been making emotes left and right. No way. My camera was off the whole time. Oh no. That's crazy, dude. Wait, was my camera off the whole time? Oh my fucking god. All right, I'm sorry, but all right, that's how it's gonna do. That's how it's gonna be. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my god, the camera's off the whole time. What the fuck? Okay, at least you know it's genuine. What? Oh my. All right, my bad on the cam, bro. I'm so sorry, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I guess it's more. I hope you guys feel like you got. I don't know. Maybe you feel like it was more engaging because it was just the content. It was just the game. So not me. I mean, to be fair, not a lot of reaction to that game. I didn't go like, oh, or anything. Oh, probably the Kelra play. That's it. Fuck! I can't believe I forgot to turn on my... All right, man. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm sorry for no cam. I fucking just realized it here as I tried to stop recording, guys. And then I looked top right. I'm like, wait. No way. This whole recording. All right, I'm so sorry for that. But yeah, GG's. Yeah.